Hi everyone. So good morning, good evening, whatever it is. So welcome to Design with Karthik and welcome to Design Talk series video. So as per my plan, every week Saturday or Sunday I plan to make this Design Talk series video where I'll be talking to you all in some specific topic. Last week we have seen this landing page design, where in which I have shown a landing page which I have designed recently, and I have told what are the top 10 design related elements to be considered in that landing page. If you have not watched the video, I think so link will be coming at the top, so you can click on it and watch it again. This is still lengthy video, but still people as a beginner you should watch that video. That's what I feel. And thanks for all the comments for that video which you have mentioned it last week. Yeah, I'm really honored, and that is the your comments is a fuel for me to do post the video daily. So thank you for that. Thank you. So coming to this week it is going to be something different. This week alone also we are not going to see any design. It is not a speed art tutorial where I'll be designing it. This week it is going to be a design talk only, but I feel this week it will be more and more useful for the beginners. Okay, so that is what my prime objective of starting this channel itself. As a beginner, I feel you should go to a next level as soon as possible. Beginner to intermediate level will take some time, so the time gap I should reduce it with my channel. So that is what my prime objective. So that is what that is why I'm doing this design talk series video. Okay, because speed art tutorial video a beginner cannot easily connect to it. Again, but a level of experience in graphic design can easily connect to speed art tutorial video, but these design talk series video is exclusively for beginners. Okay, so come on, let's get started. Okay, so what we are going to see in this video is we are going to see a design which is actually created by a beginner graphic designer. We are going to see what is the common mistake which we have done it. This video is not to pinpoint any beginner graphic designer out there that these are the mistakes, you should do it and you should correct it. No, that is not, the pinpointing is not my point of view. My point of view is if you have understood that this is a mistake, the next time when you are designing it, you will avoid that mistake. So that is what my prime objective of this video. Okay, so come on, let's go to actual design part. So this is a normal product flyer which he has created for the product called Kabasura Kudinir, which is a very essential element in current scenario. Okay, hope all are safe. So let's see one by one what is the mistakes. Okay, but before seeing the mistakes, we should appreciate for what we have done. So we should find there are some elements which are really good in this design. Maybe he has considered some elements properly in it. So let's see what is that. So first thing is he has understood the first positive thing. A big positive thing which he have done correctly is he has given the designer has given an ample amount of contrast between a title and a body of the text, right? So many beginners out there will not be able to represent which one is title and which one is a body. But here we can see a clear the contrast between a title and a body of a text. So that is a real positive. The contrast is really good. Because we can differentiate it. Okay, so that is really good. So that basic principle he has followed it correctly. So big thumbs up for that. And second thing is there is again a great proximity maintained, alignment is maintained. For example, in this he has followed a basic principle of graphic design correctly. For example, proximity, there is a title and there is some space and there is a product. So title connects to the product, so which means any proximity is nothing but when 2 or 3 objects placed next to each other, then the 2 or 3 objects will be automatically stated as a relatable products. Okay, for example, if you are putting a 50 mm jar and next to that jar you are putting rupees 95 price. So it automatically tells your brain that this 50 jar is 95 rupees. So the proximity helps to uh, connect the minds of the viewers that it is relatable to each other. So that's what. So here the proximity is maintained properly. There is a clear alignment is maintained. So alignment is there, proximity is there in this section, and contrast is there. So that should be really appreciated. So apart from that, what all the positives? Okay, so I feel this design looks good. There are some positives, so whichever I have explained. Uh, let's see. Let's move on to negatives. Let's move on to common mistakes. What we have done. Okay. So coming to common mistakes. Mistakes number one. First and foremost, the background element is affecting the readability of a design. And most important thing, whenever you are designing a flyer or whenever you are designing any print mediums, try not to use picture in a background. Using picture in background will just affect the readability of the video, readability of a picture. Okay, for example, here he has used green leaves and some Ayurvedic related background, and because of this Ayurvedic related background, the half of the text is not readable here. The body of the text is not at all readable here. Okay, in top it is fine. Even this kudineer, this neer is still not much readable here. The readability is affected. So whenever you are whenever you are designing a flyer, make sure you don't use a picture in a background. If you going to use it, then make it then you let the picture be very subtle, so that the readability is not affected. The other reason why I am stressing not to use this picture in background is, when you are printing this flyer, there will be a loss in quality. When you are using a picture, there will be definitely loss in quality in the design you have done. So always stick to either a plain background or a gradient background, or make the picture look very subtle, so that it doesn't affect your readability, and also you don't lose your design quality. So first and foremost, try to avoid using picture in a background. Coming to second point, second mistakes. Yes, this is the very common mistakes in most of the designer. So at first, even in last video I told, the basic thing in designing anything is, first we should understand the content. So here the content is actually, this is the product flyer where we are selling to customer that we brand Malayaman agencies is selling Kabasura Kudinir for 95 rupees. This is the main focus of attraction in this flyer. So whenever you are designing a product post, two things should be a key focus. One thing is the product image, and second thing is the price. So in this design, I need to search where is the price. I couldn't find the price very easily. The price I need to search. Okay, 50 jar is 95, 50 jar is 90. So it is not at all visible. It is not visible that clearly in this design. So keep in mind, whenever you are designing a product poster, product flyer, product image and a price should be a key focus element. So that should be your that should be highlighted more than anything else. Even you can highlight the price more than a title, right? Because people can realize this is the product by the image itself. So there will no need to put title this bigger also. Okay, but price should be visible as much as possible. Okay, so make sure the price and product image is clearly visible whenever you are designing a product poster. But before that, understand the content. Only if you understand the content, you will be able to understand that which one should be highlighted more and which one should be highlighted less. So first, before designing any flyer, understand what is the content, speak to the client, speak to the person who want your design, what is the product, understand the content, and then start designing. Then you will get then it will be very easy for you to design, and the time for designing also will be very less. Okay, once you understand, once you get the grip of the product, you will just design in, that's it, design in a minute. Yeah, sorry, design in a minute is not at all possible, but still the time for designing will be very less. Okay, so second thing is price. And third thing, I feel these three things are actually a logo related elements. This is the icon of the logo, this should be the brand name, and this should be the tagline. So the logo may not be required to represent like this. This is a logo, so maybe this gap can be avoided. So here the designer has used the proximity well, but here the proximity is again a mistake. I think so this gap is not at all needed. Maybe below this image we can put Malayalam agencies, and below the Malayalam agency they can put a tagline. So this proximity is affecting that what is this is separate element, this is separate element, this is separate element. So maybe the proximity can be avoided, and it can be grouped into a single element and represented at a logo, maybe at one corner at the top of the element. So this again, the proximity here it is a plus, here represented it correctly, but here no, it is not correct. So that is a mistake. So maybe we can remove this. We can club it into 3 things as the same image, and we can project in a different way. So that can be avoided here. So that comes a third mistakes. And coming again, when we move on to this, we see this is nothing but the address, phone number, and the mail ID. So these are commonly called as footer related elements. Okay, why we are calling it as a footer? Because it will be at the bottom of the any page. Okay, so generally logo will be a header, and all this address, phone number, and email ID can be a footer. Okay, you can break image, you can put this at the top, you can put logo at the bottom, anything you can do it. Okay, as in a graphic designer, you are a director, so you can change whatever, however you wish to do it. But as think in a common man perspective. Okay, whenever we are designing something, if you are designing a social media post, if you are designing a creative post, then it is up to you to play to your creativity level. Okay, you can do anything to grab a viewer attention, but make sure grabbing viewer attention is a common thing in any design. Okay, so this player, coming to this player, it is again a common man is going to see this player. So common man perspective is logo will be at the top, footer elements will be at the bottom. So whenever you want to search for any phone number or email ID, you'll be automatically looking at the bottom of the footer, bottom of the flyer, and you'll be searching for it. He'll be not looking at the side or at the top. So that is not his perspective. So make sure as a beginner, make sure that the header is at the top, footer is at the bottom. Okay, this layout is good. I don't blame on the layout. Even this layout is good, but this can be represented in a different way. This is taking lot of space. Okay, if this has been placed in a single element here, then there will be lot many negative space will be available there. So that is not there. That is what it is affecting here. Okay, so once you place this header at the top, footer at the bottom, then you just see it, how many space will be available. Always remember, as a beginner graphic designer, remember that white space is much essential element in a design. Whenever you see a lot of white space in a design, which means it is a very good design. Okay, the text should not, for the sense that all the elements should not be clubbed into a single area and other area you can leave it blank. No, that is not what I'm asking you to do it. What I'm telling is, make sure there is an equal balance between a negative space and a positive space. Okay, so make sure this logo can be at the top, all 3 elements can be clubbed together and can be at the top, and this 3 element can be represented in a single strip at the bottom. Okay, so these are the mistakes. And coming to next thing, so first one is background, then readability is affecting, and second thing is price is not highlighted, and third thing, logo can be at the top, fourth will be footer at the bottom. And coming to next thing, maybe this text, the kerning, the letter spacing is nothing but kerning. The kerning between text is not required here. Actually, that doesn't look elegant. That is the main thing. Elegant is also important factor in design. Okay, so here the spacing is 0. Here the kerning is 0, but here I think so it will be almost 40 or 20. Okay, so that can be avoided here, because lot of unwanted kerning. Actually, this is not a wanted kerning, this is unwanted kerning. Maybe unwanted kerning may affect the readability of a text. Okay, by this the readability is not affected. I don't agree that we can't read this text. We can read this text, but still this kerning can be avoided. So maybe as a beginner designer, there will be a common myth that we need to show that we know some basics, and there will be some designer who is purposefully keeping kerning or some more letter spacing, something like that. don't don't do extra design also. That is also a common mistake which most of the designers do. Like I am a graphic designer, so I should showcase my design skill, entail all the design skill in this design. So I'll add all the elements, or I know I'll add whatever things I know it in design, I'll add it to this design. Many people will be in that mindset. So no, don't, no, never and ever do it. Okay, there are some elements which has to be in this design, and there are some elements which should not be in this design. Okay, for the sake of you know this and I'm doing this as a design, don't spoil the design. Okay, that's what I tell most of the interns or most of the beginners out there. For the sake of you know these things, don't do that, don't include that element in design. Okay, if you are designing a poster for football, then you can create that whatever fancy related elements or whatever effects you can apply it, but don't bring that element in a normal flyer. This is a product post, make it look like a product post, make it look like as simple as possible, and make sure you communicate effectively to your audience. Okay, unwanted design elements are not required in any other in this design actually. So I don't call this is an unwanted design element. This is definitely not unwanted. This is a title and this is much required. But what I'm telling is, for the sake of you know something, don't do it in the design. Okay, don't show your all the graphic design skill in one single post. Of course, I do agree, you need to show it, but it should not look complicated. That's what I'm meaning it. So this kerning can be avoided. The letter spacing can be 0 because here it is 0, everywhere it is 0, and why it is, maybe to differentiate the text from the body of the text you can do it, but that is not required. Even the size is optimum size, where he has already differentiated the text from body of the text. So it is okay that we can go with the 0 kerning itself. Okay. And I feel that's it. So these are the 5 mistakes to be listed in this flyer, so-called flyer. So main mistake whatever find is the picture at the background. That will be a main mistake. Other is not actually a mistake. Maybe he might is the thought of the designer can be different at that point of the time, but in this it is not readable. So readability is much required element, and price is not visible. So these two are the two main things I'll say that is some very big mistake in this design, and it really shows that because of these two mistakes, it really shows that it is made by a beginner graphic designer. Okay, so that's it. I feel that's it. So thank you for watching this video. Again, this video is not to pinpoint anyone that this is a mistake you are doing it. This just to educate, or this just to inform that if as a beginner you are able to know that these are the mistakes which I will be doing it, so you will be able to correct the mistake next time. So that is the main objective or prime objective of this video. And also, this is not the one single video where the common designer of the beginner graphic designers explain. No, there are so many common mistakes which many beginners used to do. I can make a PPT and I can show okay, this is the mistake, but I don't feel that will be more effective, because when showing a real life scenario, people will connect to them easily and they will get more benefit out of it. So that is what my idea, and that is what I'm doing it. So hope so you like this. Hope so you like this design talk series video also. So thank you for watching this video. If you feel this video is useful, I am sure for a beginner it will be useful. I'm not sure how other graphic designer will be taking out it. And if you feel this video is useful, then please do whatever, like, share or subscribe to my channel. And if you feel that if any experienced graphic designer out there seeing this video, if I have told anything wrongly, because yes, I may say something wrongly also, I agree to it. So if you feel that I say anything wrongly, please do comment also. Please do mention that also in comment, so that I'll be able to correct it. Or if I missed out any common mistakes which you find in this this poster also, please do share it, so that it will be benefiting for the entire community. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you. Do follow me in Instagram. There will be a regular updates on what all will be happening in this channel will be posted out. Do follow me on Instagram. Link is in description. And we'll see you next week, Saturday or Sunday, in this design talk series. Okay, Descent of series will be coming only on Saturday and Sunday. On weekdays, you'll be seeing my other speed art tutorials or other tutorial video. So thank you all. See you next week.